Okay, yep, we're... Okay, yep, we're still in war. Things are still going okay, I guess. We just now have a fleet meeting with a couple German destroyers, which is good. Botafogo's still around. Oh yeah, she is. It was Manuel 2 that got sunk. There we go. So it's 2 German destroyers. You're all being led by the Lisbon. Polo, then Felipe. Then it's Macau. No, the Master. Oh, it's destroyers we're up against. And the torpedo spammy type. He launched. Oh, come on. At least the torpedo hits happened at a point where they couldn't sink my ships. I guess Furious has one last fight in her original configuration. One last fight. Fire a flight for this tonight. Ho 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 ho, with knives and pens we made our plight. Okay, actually seeing this thing, I don't want to risk Furious alone 1v1ing it. Like, this is... honestly a pretty decent looking ship. That is actually something I would, maybe with a differentiated secondary battery, but it's something I would build. And it sort of is similar to some of the stuff I have built, so... But yeah, Furious scouted, saw that the issue, well, the enemy is a stronger force, and we are making the safe option of retreat while Furious is still in one piece. We're actually winning on land here. I am gonna have to retake Ukraine. That's a definite on my list. But for now, you guys can move down there and start taking the last of the Pacific islands. You're in that's all. I'm going to put Furious in, let you commission up, and then guess it sends you off to the races elsewhere. Uh-oh. Yep. Fight to the end on the Germans' case. As I'm not piecing out with the Germans until we've taken Ukraine back. Or I don't intend to peace out with the Germans until we have Ukraine back. So we've got a whole bunch of refits, repairs and stuff now going on. We'll take Montenegro and a bit of money and call it a day. Right, 8-month build program on the dockyards. Crew training up, research budget up. Fleet meeting. So the Germans have sent stuff over. Oh god. Well, this is what happens when you don't leave any ships in our home territory. As there is none, because we got rid of the torpedo boats. Even if we did have the torpedo boats, I don't think would have been good enough. But okay, so there's 3 German destroyers to go deal with. I've got to remember that they have many torpedoes. I think once this war is over and my ships can finally go home, a lot of them are going to need repairs, like Amazon, Trchov, Adamastor, and Macau. I still honestly like how the Macau's rebuild turned out. Pagoda masts and all that cool stuff. Oh, you're in the gas bit. Uh-oh. we've lost a light cruiser. One of the old Vasco da Gamas. Two Vasco da Gamas are lost now. Honestly, we got way too many victory points for just sinking 3 destroyers, but I guess those destroyers were more expensive than the light cruisers we lost, so I guess it evens out. Don't exactly quote, I don't know if it evens out or not, but let's mark 3 15s in 2 turns. Into Porto. So yeah, we take the province. Okay, we've run into the Königsberg. Oh no. Those are torpedo spammers. I really should get into the shed designs. Make shed designs that I can then save and stuff that aren't torpedo spam designs. As torpedo spam is what kills us. Right. So this is a proper fleet one. We're gonna have Macau lead. And then for the main battleships, we're gonna have the Sepultura lead. No, I want Sepultura leading. Thank you. So yeah, we're having the 13.5-inch ships lead their respective squadrons. Yeah, extreme fore and aft, and they went with such a inefficient design there. what's the point of that secondary on a way too high bar bet that's then stopping B turret being a B turret? Good thing you're called Königsberg, so I can more easily kill you and claim I've killed Königsberg. I have a pretty well-known dislike for the Königsberg class light cruisers, and although it's not a light cruiser, it's still a Königsberg. A Königsberg. Still a K-Berg. Uh-oh. What's it with this game and its mechanics of and its formation mechanics? Like, no, you're turning towards it, closer to the enemy, and I don't want you turning closer to the enemy because the enemy have torpedo bad. No, you go back up to 31 knots. Oh, Königsberg's flash fired. Königsberg sunk. That was rather anticlimactic, I guess. The Königsberg take was 16-inch shells that did damage that killed her, right? Macau partial pen. Then you hit Königsberg. So what I'm seeing here it's Lisbon that got the kill. Yeah. Lisbon got the kill, got all the glory, and then Macau has just had a participation award. Okay. Spanish Empire improve relations because I can't deal with the Spanish right now. As if the Spanish come after us, that's going to be our home territory gone, essentially, because of land invasions. So it's the J class that need updating next. Galawa is going to take a while to repair. Can I fit the Glorious in? No. So we've got 2 more months left for the last 2 death traps. Hey, Avocado. Ah, I did not want that peace deal. Yeah, because I lose Ukraine. Right, so I've been forced into the peace deal here. Give me half of Finland. Give me half of Finland. Calypso back in port there. Main fleet. Move to Java. Right. I did hit fight to the end, by the way, with that peace deal, because, again, I've lost the province out of it. A really good one that has been boosting my economy. I just gotta hope that I can... If I take Java, then... Peace out, I guess. Peace out, sort out which ships are staying in the Pacific, which ships are going back home. I think I'm going to keep the Macaws in the Pacific. Okay, if we're going to declare peace this turn, then I'll sort it out now. So, ships that are staying in the Pacific and as such heading to Haichao are going to be Angola, Botafogo, Victory, Adamastor, and Macau. With the Gasper and the Gilans, 617, 6-3, and the J6. The rest of you are going to make the semi-long trip home. we can begin repairing Galawa. And everyone that's in port right now goes to defend mode. So yeah, they keep Ukraine, which sort of screws me over. The diplomat screwed us over. Right, so let's move on a turn. And peace has finally been signed. Oh, it's all those old ones, and then you got a brand new one. I'm going to take the... you didn't give me the province. Semi-auto gun reloading, though. That's at least something good. Okay, so the ships that were needed in Haichao are back in Haichao, which is good. First off, set everyone to limited. Glorious. I'm gonna go the one turn just to get a few other things out. Mark III 15-inch, that's good. China's temporarily back. Suspend Fritch, suspend Amazon. Yep, and there goes China again. Right, so we're a bit high on our unrest. Oh, we got the victory in Impero to go rebuild. Gonna send the victory in. And let's start sorting out my cow. Right, Galawa finished, which is good. right there. Amazon goes in. One just came out, so right, that's a few more repairs done. This is what our first few months of peacetime is: repairs. Repairs and victories rebuild. And then victories rebuild is going to be followed by Impero's rebuild. So yeah, things are going well. Got those repairs to finish. Once those repairs are finished, we can build the Glorious and the Alfonso de Albuquerque. Contribute to world peace. Crook 4 triple turrets on destroyers. Although I won't use it because I don't really see the point of triple turrets on destroyers. So we got Fritjof's repair to do. And Impero's rebuild to do, which we can fit all in the same time, right? And Alvarez. Yeah, we can fit it all. That's good. That's good. I disagree. Mark III 16-inch, that's good for me. Especially 16 is the main caliber we're using right now. So the J class are going to need an upgrade. Right, let's see what a J class rebuild is going to be consistent of. Or do I want to hold off rebuilding and do a new destroyer? I'll rebuild. A quad 21-inch set. I think the tower is okay as actually. Yeah, it's fine as it is. still need 2 funnels. These things are still very expensive. Very expensive for what they are. Which I don't like. I don't like it. You know what, the J class is not going to be refit. I'm going to begin plans of retirement for the J class, and we're going to make a new destroyer. For now, Clemenceau is going to go in a mothball because we know she needs a lot of work done to get her up to a standard fit for the Navy. Oh, Magellan. Poor avocado's design. Right. Manual 2 design is going, and Butterfurger is going into mothball. She's being kept around for ceremonial purposes. That's it. But one thing that is going to have to be done is we need to rebuild the Sao Paulos. And so I'm going to go do that now. Refit. First things first is all the newer tech stuff. Especially in armor. You move to AON. And upgrade your gun marks. Going to give you a similar rear tower as to what was given to the Macaws. You got like the Italian style towers, but or do I do like I did Macau and large pagoda mast on you. I'm gonna go you as your tall and stuff, but also as well you're not as badly wrecking the total weight the ship is taken up. So we do have quite a few funnel options. That one would work. That would like fit a gun on it. Now let's go with the one crane funnel like that. Yeah. Now who's complaining about the gap in Sao Paulo's setup? Okay, I am noticing minor issue. Mostly to do with our secondary guns. We don't have easy placement areas for our secondary guns now. This is becoming somewhat like a Japanese-esque style ship. I'm going to have the superimposing forward secondary mounts. It's going to be a 7-inch gun. No, it's not going to be a 7-inch, it's going to be... I'm going to uprate the secondary guns to 6-inch guns. Yeah, then the center line there. Superimpose wing, center line. And then you get a... Oh, bollocks. Oh, bollocks, I'm gonna have to restart. I made a mistake. I'm going to admit to that mistake. And I'm going to have to restart the rebuild because of that mistake. You're not supposed to hit upgrade torpedo mark if you're adding torpedoes to a ship that never had torpedoes. Nor do you hit the upgrade mark to a weapon that you've taken off, or I'm actually to keep that caliber, put back on, and then hit upgrade mark, because it causes that bug to happen. And so, yeah, Sao Paulo is going to be refit. So we've got 2 Sao Paulos, then we have Sepultura. So, I'm actually thinking of redoing it. Do we redo it with instead the Reuter-esque tower? Be a unique look to our rebuild fleet. But then our battlecruiser rebuilds are also known for having the pagoda, so yeah, the modernized pagoda is better. But then the American sort of style tower here is also even better than that, but we're gonna go with a more modern. We're gonna go with the pagoda again, I guess. But just the not as tall one. Small bit of a bulge to the ship. Upgrade mark. Upgrade mark. Down. There. Right. B turret is back into place. Secondary tower. Now I liked this tower, but I think maybe doing that. I'm just thinking maybe for design ship life longevity, if we retrofit in instead of that bigger tower, we retrofit in what was supposed to be in the original design in terms of our main caliber guns. Hey, Space Pants. Yeah. Okay, so let's sort out the fuel, the new engines, and the new balanced boilers. Funnel-wise, this is going to be like a mismatch of parts now, but mismatch of parts now, but I don't particularly care anymore. My plan is to make sure that this ship can serve as well in the future. Yeah, it would be cool seeing battleships continue on to the modern day, but then I wonder what things would actually be like if battleships did continue on into like the modern day. Yep, you're gonna have a set of quintuple torpedoes. No, actually you're not going to be able to because of other upgrades we need to do for you. More specifically involving your armour scheme. Your armour scheme, your shells, your rangefinder, your guns get updated to semi-auto loading. Get Cordo 3 now. Centerline 5-2 on the rear. We're using 6s now, but right. Is there a lighter funnel I can use? Your 816. $476, and I know you work efficiency wise. Right, there's a lighter funnel. Although that's removing a set. I'm thinking we may have to go with the more ridiculously tall pagoda. Just purely by the fact the more ridiculously tall pagoda is lighter. Believe it or not. Ah, starboard way offset. No. Okay, back to twin 5s, I guess. Trying with a 6-inch was, I guess, okay, but I guess a good experiment, but it didn't work out. Increased AP. Yeah. Could I move you closer? I can. That's good. Okay. So I got what I want the layout to be now. I guess down to standard bulkheads. I haven't even armored those bits. Take out the inner armor there. Okay. RDF semi-auto Cordo 3. So reload time is, so we could get roughly a salvo off a minute now with these guns, which is not bad if I say so myself. 30, 11, 31, 20. Yeah, you're lighter. $35, 97, 31, 11. Yeah, you're lighter. I haven't done these things, but that's not helping, is it? Is there a lighter secondary tower than 92, 85? Yeah, and you're the lightest secondary tower that's available, so okay. So you're 476. Doing two of those though doesn't help out overall with weight though. Steal the modernization crane funnel like that. You're fine, stop complaining. Okay. We're keeping just 9 guns. If we're keeping just 9 guns, then we're going to the tower I like. And I've essentially made these things now similar to Macau. Similar to Macau in terms of secondary gun layout. Well, there's actually a bit extra, but 3 side guns, 2 center line instead of 1 center line though. I want to make this seem somewhat realistic, Avocados. We're not adding draw to a rebuild. Yes, ignore I added a percent of beam, but 30 knots. We could have more range, that's good. Yeah. I think that's as good as we're going to get for the Sao Paulos. But also, Avocado, there's no longer that large gap that you complained about. The gap is gone. It's being used now. There was method to my madness with that gap. Do I want to rebuild Sepal while we're here? Yeah. Yeah, Sepultura is gonna be a little bit of a... Gonna need a lot of work done. Ship again. let me back in the game, please. Thank you. So if I do Sepultura, I'm gonna definitely have to probably redo a superstructure again. Well, this is the first time. Should have a superstructure redo. Sorry. Redo a superstructure like the others. Upgrade of guns. Yeah, let's go and see what a Sepultura rebuild would be potentially. So it's going to be those American towers again. No surprise. The secondary towers, it's probably going to be one of those small ones. Right. Let's rip out the superstructure. For secondary towers, I'm going to keep with that rebuild tower. For funnels, I think the French style one there is going to be good. Wow. Not bad so far. I guess it's not bad so far. Right, those superimposed mounts are going to stay the same. Okay, I can't work with that mount anymore. Annoyingly. I'm not going to do a forward C. I can't do a C mount for the Sepultura before you ask, Avocado. We're going to upgrade the forward barbettes to have a water break. I'm going to say that with Sepultura's design there was some complaints about the spray hitting the secondary guns. And as such, Sepultura in its rebuild gets the sakes. Alright, so we're going to lose that centre line. Our line secondaries. Alright. Yeah? Not planning to. Okay. No, coincidence. Like, yeah, Sepultura is now the latest in just the radical rebuilds we've been doing with our ships. don't want to lose a turret with turret though, because the other ones just lost. The other ones had to lose turrets. Oh, a couple of the other ones had to lose turrets, sorry. And one of them had to scrap a planned extra turret. Two one one naught. Yep. Sepultura is now modernized enough for me to say she could go back into service. Well, she's never leaving, so she hasn't left service yet, and I don't intend to have her leave service, but she can go back into service knowing that she is modernized up for modern combat. Oh, come on, game. Don't crash. Don't crash. Thank you. Right, did I remember? Yeah, I remember. I forgot the RDF, but it's RDF. It doesn't matter. So yeah, the two Sao Paulos and Sepultura are ready for rebuilds now. We're going to need to fit in new destroyers somewhere. We're going to need to fit in Clemenceau. We're going to need to fit in the new builds as well. Let's do another 6 months of dockyard building. Yay! Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. Sick of suffering with a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me. Okay. So, we're getting a repair done this turn. And we have the victory out from her rebuild. I think send Sepultura in? Send Sepultura in first, as the Sao Paulos, unlike Sepultura, can actually survive a little longer without their upgrade. Sepultura, her being an older ship, I think Sepultura gets the priority for this one. And yes, viewers who have just come in, I am talking about a ship I named after a Brazilian metal band. If you have a problem with that, oh well. Right, so got Imperio for 7 months. We can actually have the Albuquerque go, but then it means we can't refit any other ship until Impero is out, which, okay, I guess. We can wait till Impero is out. Out of rebuild. I don't want War with the Spanish. I know nothing of it. Why I don't want War with the Spanish is that this. They border us on all sides of the Iberian Peninsula, and I don't want to have the risk of Portugal being land invaded affecting the campaign, really. I don't want to end up like Monroe's first attempt at this Portuguese stuff. Funny, my first attempt at Portugal's a lot better than the guy who created this mod's first attempt. And I'm running the version of DIP that hasn't had Portugal, the Portuguese mainland updated. Oh, fun. Sepultura, emergency rebuild to Sepultura. Suspend. I'm gonna resume the Glorious because we can do Glorious. Okay, war with France. What's that gonna entail? It's gonna entail. Okay, we got one of the death traps here. Right, let's see who we have in the Pacific. I know in Haichao we have the Pacific Fleet that I'm going to send down to Fort Bayard now. Tsingtao we have the Death Trap. So, Death Trap! Yep, Tsingtao Death Trap, Weihai, no one, Tianjin, no one, Port Arthur, there and there, no one. Sabesu, I know we have another one of the Death Traps, so... we have Clemenceau there, but... Do I want to risk Clemenceau? Okay, we're going to recommission Clemenceau. Policies. France. We can't actually actively naval invade anywhere right now. I think it's Portuguese Congo, or that's actually fighting back. Although they're not going to rejoin us, but... So of my ships here, except for Impero and Sepultura who are in for rebuild, I'm going to send you off to Sardinia. We're going to start taking Sardinia. As well with the main fleet. So where are my other death traps? No one's in... Okay. So your... Galawar is in Petro. Pavlos. So yeah, Galawar... You move down with this fleet to Fort Bayard. So that's all battleships at sea. Furious, you're still in crates. And I'm going to move you with an escorting J-class out to there. Clemenceau is going to have to recommission. Okay, there's 1274 in Lisbon. 1274, you are going to be heading to Sardinia. Porto. And you are being renamed the Porto. Who are we allied with? It's France that brought us in. No, it was either the Soviets or Americans who brought us in, sorry. Who's against France? It's the Russians. I hope this isn't like last time, where our ally brought us into the war, and then instantly, or almost instantly, leaves the war, and leaves us to deal with the fallout. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. We're blockaded. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear indeed. Say, I want to go put a cup of tea on because I'm a Brit and I need my cup of tea. And we do pronounce T's for anyone trying to stereotype that us British people do not say our T's. Because how can we say tea without the T? Do you want us to call it E instead? And just have the EA in there? Avocado, hold down the fort. I'm going to go make a cup of tea. The kettle's on the boil. Ah! Yeah, you guys had the literal concrete fort that hasn't moved from Manila. Well, it's in Manila Bay and hasn't moved or like that, so yeah. Right, right. So I'm gonna start with Calchawan, and then we'll do Sardinia the next turn. I should have left a battlecruiser to hold down the fort and make sure we're not blockaded. Okay, so Clemenceau's still commissioning. We've got 4 and 6 turns left on Impero and Sepultura, respectively. Oh, come on. You were supposed to be a longer loading screen to give me time to go and make me tea. Alright. This is going to be a longer loading screen. Is the kettle boiled? It's boiled. I've returned with tea, and I already know this is probably going to be pain, as torpedo spam, and you fucking guessed it, torpedo spam. Right. Okay, so... So we have Marillion leading the battlecruisers. We have the unmodernized Sao Paulos. Sao Paulo and Sao Felipe here. We also have Furious, fresh from her rebuild. Sorry, Furious. I know some people like the 18-inch guns on Furious, but, yeah, Furious has no longer got them. We got Porto, the triple 15-inch armed, very lightly secondary gunned ship that I have conveniently called Death Trap. We got Sao Paulo, we got another Death Trap. I think maybe when it comes time to refit the Death Traps, we can actually do a little better for them. Like, because the Death Traps were built as purely fast build capital ships, and not, didn't really have the intent in mind to be like, we need to just really improve them to be a little better on their, like, anti-light ship defense. No, I'm going to send the J-Class in ahead of everyone, if I can. Just to the pure fact that the J-Class ship can be used as a sacrifice. Used as a sacrifice for so then their torpedoes don't hit my ships. If you get the meaning of the sacrifice. We're sacrificing a pretty expensive and pretty useless ship to keep the pretty expensive but useful ships like Marillion, Alvarez, and a whole bunch of others alive. Kind of like that sacrifice that we had to do with Manuel 2, I think it was a couple episodes ago. It was sacrifice the old pre-Dreadnought for the rest of the fleet. Even if in the end it didn't help the Magellan. We still lost Magellan in the end, so... Yep. Here's the torpedo spammy spam. Right. If you can still send torpedoes, send them towards the Duquesne. Well, say sure. Oh, no, you couldn't. You couldn't send torpedoes anymore. That's all, really. Oh. Fritchov! It's always Fritchov that gets torpedoed. Of, like, the main battleships these days, it's always Fritchov. Like, in the two major fights she's had against torpedo carrying craft. She's gotten hit. And yeah, we now have to pull her out of line because her engine room's screwed up. Amazon, you are going to also leave just purely for the safety fact, I guess, that yep, we've got the French Shimakaze, everyone. Do you want any ship with that funnel? Oh, that's a badly placed gun. And you just got hit by a 16-inch shell. It's AP against the Guidon. We're being so cautious, he's outside of our gun range. There we go. Uh-oh. Amazon, come on, angle your guns, please. Battle cruisers, get over here. Get over here and do your proper job. I don't want to lose Fritjof. I don't want to lose Fritjof, but we might lose Fritjof. Okay, the light cruisers are out of torpedoes. Their heavy cruisers and their destroyers still have them, which isn't good. Uh-oh. Fun. No, not fun. That's 3 torpedoes in one small cluster. That's probably blown Marillion's bow off. Uh-oh. That's worrisome. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, Marillion's been hit. Been hit bad. Marillion, you are departing and switching over the flagship role to Alvarez. Yeah, Alvarez. Fritjof. Oh, he still has torps. They still have torps. He doesn't have torps. But, okay, Fritjof, we need you to angle. Desperately angle, that is. Right, you got Amazon coming to help. Marillion has, yeah, departed. Or departing is the more accurate term. Fritch has just dodged another load of torpedoes. Those would still have torpedoes. Right. You're quickest to reloading, so Fritchov, fire on there. Amazon. I want every gun on that one destroyer. Alright, Duquesne's sunk anyway, so that's good. You still have 4 left. Hit it, please. Come on, Thrich. You can do this. You survived worse while you were in German service, so you could survive this, hopefully. Stop. Besson has no torps. Sape has no torps. You're the one with torps. But then you're keeping your distance as well, so. Okay. I think the Fritchof's gonna make it. Hey, Dad! Yep, Fritchof's made it even if Fritchof got heavily damaged. What, and it's pennant number DD 394. Sorry, I had to remember the quote. Turn to page 394. Instantaneously, like that. No. So, yeah, Fritchov is now out of the picture of being actively used right now. She's been towed to Bari and will be, well, put in for emergency repairs. By the margins. Oh, and we're death stacked off the wrong port. Hey, does this also mean we have the chance to retake Tunisia again? Snape, Snape, Severus Snape. Okay. My destroyers can't deal with their destroyers, so we need to just leave. We need to leave, and leaving means we have one very, very familiar, by this point, thing to do. Bravely ran away. I gotta wonder if Bracerovin is just secretly French. Or not, like, I've gotta think, sorry, because of his running away. Oh, we're unblockaded now. You're one of the Flodomars, which means you have a better chance, but it's not a better chance I want to take, really. Esmeralda, you're one of Avocado's. Okay, is Clemenceau out? Yep, Clemenceau is able to be sent now. I'm gonna send Clemenceau to Tonkin, and we're going to navally invade Tonkin. Like, in this situation, we're a bit more prepared against the French this time. If I do say so myself, we're a bit more prepared. we're a bit more prepared, but we're also a tad bit off guard with the fact that Sepultura and Impero are both in refit right now. That's something I hope lasts until July. Okay. Right. This ain't gonna be a pretty fight. This ain't gonna be a pretty fight. I think we're going to lose 288 and the escorting destroyers, but we shall see. Well, this is the first time these 6.6-inch cruisers have actually seen service. Now, I need to remember the reason why I chose 6.6. I can't think of it. I definitely can't think of it. Yeah, we had the weight left over, that was it. Weight left over, and so I put it at that caliber. Oh, you'll want the older destroyers. It's an older, newer mix. It's like I knew they were coming. Because I did. I did, you see. Because I is smart. What, my destroyers are actually doing stuff? You want to try and continue that trend? Go after the Lapan, please. Yep, no, and J9 is about to suffer same fate. Right. Oh, bollocks, run. We need to run. Well, we can't run. We're too slow now because they did everything right and bloody hell destroyed our engine room. Well, part of our engine room, sorry. Thank you for dying. Yeah, I need to build new destroyers. But I also need to finish Glorious and Albuquerque, as well as our refits. We don't really have that much dockyard size. Right, there goes La Palme. It's now just the one here. He's going to feel the wrath of our Q turret. Because yeah, we fitted a Q turret somewhere on this tiny little machine. Right, there we go. There we go. Oh, for God's sakes. Artillery, Lyon, Danton. It's not Paris. It's not Paris. We may have a chance. I wanna hear it anymore. I swear I never meant to let it die. I just don't. Oh, I've seen the time. It's not fair. You say that. Try. By almost, I mean we're out of time, so it's going to be the end of the episode. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you again. Sound service gone silent.